Wendy Davis of Fort Worth is candid and in some cases almost uncomfortably so in her biography just out. It is called Forgetting to Be Afraid. She is with us live from New York. Good morning. It's 2 months away from Election Day. Shouldn't you be in Texas instead of New York?
Well, I'll be right back there tonight. I'm very happy to be working as hard as I possibly can in this campaign, and I've been thrilled to meet the thousands and thousands of people who have come out to support me on the campaign trail.
Did you release the book? And a lot of people do this, so it's not something you got to apologize for, I guess, but did you release the book thinking it would help your campaign? Because it seems to me that there are some people who would just be kind of uncomfortable with even discussing the subject of abortions, even if it is for medical purposes.
You know, I set out last year to write a personal memoir, not a political one that I hoped would help people who were dealing with some of the same struggles that I've dealt with in my life. Being a young single mom, finding my path forward through community college and breaking through because of the educational ladder that I climbed. And of course, some of the other things that I've talked about in my book as well. I hope that they are a comfort.
In just about every story we read about you, the word long shot, in fact, I just used it, the word long shot comes in. What do you think is going to be the key to you being the first Democrat elected statewide in Texas in 20 years?
I've been called a long shot in so many areas of my life, not the least of which were the 2 Senate races that I won in a district that was drawn for a Republican to represent. I am working so hard to make sure that people understand what's at stake in this election. As we move forward into the 21st century economy in Texas, it's all about education, making sure that we are supporting education and access to higher ed, and that's my #1 priority.
What is the key constituency? I've never met a candidate yet who tells what their inside polls say, and I'm not going to expect that you will. But what is the key constituency that your campaign's identified that has to turn out in early voting and on Election Day?
You know, people have been apathetic in midterm elections in Texas. They're apathetic overall. So the key target is reaching and breaking through that apathy and making sure that folks whose values are reflected in the policies that I'm working to advance will be people who'll show up and vote.
Greg Abbott is far ahead in the conventional wisdom. Anybody running his campaign would say, don't do anything stupid is the first advice to somebody who's far ahead in the polls, and don't do too many debates. So the two of you have agreed to 2. Is that serving the voters of Texas?
I had asked for 6, actually, and I'm disappointed that we won't have the statewide coverage that we had agreed to. Unfortunately, Greg Abbott backed out of his agreement to do that, and the voters of Texas won't have the opportunity to see us in the way I wish that they would have.
Wendy Davis, thanks so much. We've asked Attorney General Abbott for time with him as well. We'll keep you posted on that if we hear back. And we've got a link to Wendy Davis's memoir on myfoxdfw.com. Thanks for joining us.